What's going on, guys? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisor.com, bringing home the bacon MLB DFS video. It is another day. It is Wednesday. It is July 28th, and we are back bringing you a full breakdown. We do have some early games. We have some main games. We're going to go through that. If you don't know what we do here, we're going to go through every single pitcher on the slate, dig into some numbers a little bit. If you haven't checked it out, go to FantasyTeamAdvisor.com. There are only 36 coupon codes left. If you go to FantasyTeamAdvisor.com, use the promo code YouTube21 on the month pass, you're going to get 20% off for the month. So, just kind of, I guess, before we get into it, what are you guys looking for in these videos? On yesterday's video, I put it out pretty early, right after the slate locked, and it didn't get very many views. I thought it would get so many more views than it did. I don't know what you guys are looking for, I guess. Spent a lot of time on it, went into detail on a lot of things, and it barely got any traction. And I didn't come back from the hiatus for that. I just on soapbox a little bit. So would love to know what you guys are looking for in these videos. I thought we went over a lot of stuff. I guess we did not. So let me know down below what you guys are looking for. More interaction with you guys. You know, I really want to push forward with this, but I don't want to push forward with if it's not going to be useful or helpful. You can follow all of our social media, Twitter @advisors_team. All of the down in the description will be the article. Down in the description will be all of our social media. And you can check the Discord channel as well. We're moving forward with football. We'll see. I mean, I'd love to do videos, but I don't want to do videos if no one's going to watch them. So let me know what you guys are looking for, and I can try to help you out. I can try to accommodate if I can. But yeah, so that being said, going to go through everything here. Then we're going to show you the beta version of the DraftKings optimizer that currently we're looking at for the website. Now, it's a very expensive optimizer per month, so I need you guys, if you are interested, it would be for premium FTA Plus subscribers. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll definitely hook you up there. But you guys got to subscribe if you want. I cannot afford it without the help of the support of you guys. So we're still going to bring you these videos for free, but again, if you would like to, I'll show you it. It's yesterday's slate, just to kind of show you the mechanics of it after the end of this video. So that being said, looking at the pitchers going forward. First game on the slate, Cardinals at the Indians. You got Kim versus Plesac. Plesac got, the Cardinals can hit when they're on, and Plesac didn't fare too well last week. Looked at him to stack against last Thursday or Friday, his last start, and it worked out for us. Kim, I really love what Kim's bringing. He's not going to strike you out with power. He's going to strike you out with finesse, ground balls, breaking balls. He's going to get those outs for you. If I were to take one in this matchup, it would definitely be Kim over Plesac. Next game, the Tigers at the Twins is where we're at. You got Willie Peralta versus J.A. Happ. Willie Peralta, 57 plate appearances, 146 batting average. I did use him last start against the Royals. Didn't give me what I thought he would. Has some good numbers against the Twins, though. Hopefully he gets deep into the game. He needs to go at least 5 to 6 innings for us. Twins are bad. Flip side of that, J.A. Happ, 147 plate appearances, a 271 batting average. Now, looking at this, the Twins are going to be sellers. We know the trade deadline is Friday. And J. Happ's name has been thrown around. Josh Donaldson's name has been thrown around. Max Kepler, Byron Buxton. A lot of these starters for the Twins have been thrown around. So if they get traded, Peralta could be a good spot here. Happ could be scratched if he gets traded. So that's something to watch out. Tigers are not a good team either, but I think they could take advantage of J.A. Happ. If we're looking at what Tigers bats have had success against Happ in the past. If it'll load. Jonathan Scope, who's also a possibility of getting traded. He's had the most plate appearances at 50, 13 for 45, a double and a home run. It does have 10 strikeouts, though, but it is batting .289. Miggy, 7 for 26, no home runs, has a bunch of strikeouts there. Candelario, 5 for 22, 2 doubles, 3 home runs, so every single hit Candelario has been extra base hits. Robbie Grossman, 3 for 13, 1 double. Grossman's had more of like a resurgence this year. I don't know if he's on the trade block, but again, a lot of things can happen. I didn't think the Nats would even talk to anyone about Trey Turner, but I mean, they're open to it. It could be a crazy next couple of days, and it's going to affect your lineups if you don't pay attention. Astros at the Mariners, Jake Odorizzi versus Kikuchi. Kikuchi's been absolutely terrible. Wouldn't even look at his numbers. Don't care if they say 194. I would absolutely smash the Astros as a stack here. Odorizzi against the Mariners, 49 plate appearances, a 205 batting average. I realized Monday night the Astros put up 6 in the first. Astros Twitter got real confident about that. Then the Mariners stormed back and took the win there. So that, I don't think it's going to happen in this game, but I don't trust Kikuchi here. I would definitely be looking at the Astros bats, and I don't mind Odorizzi for a GPP pitcher on this slate, especially since it's early. Athletics at the Padres, Sean Manaya versus Blake Snell. Battle of the lefties. Snell's been coming on lately. I do know that the A's both of these teams are great hitting teams. I don't know if I'll be looking at either of these pitchers. Maybe GPPs to be contrarian to go against. You could look at Manaya here. 51 plate appearance, 245. Blake Snell has been, he had a great outing his last start. He's gotten hit pretty hard this season too. Been injured, then he came back, then he's gotten hurt, then he's, done well, gotten rocked. Just literally everything you can do as a baseball player has happened to him this year. I would take Snell. I will take some exposure to Snell here. Manaya as well, I don't mind. Then we can kind of look into that. But yeah, so if I'm looking, I don't mind either of these pitchers. I think Manaya would more of a GPP tournament play. I think Snell would be more of a cash option on this early slate. Nationals at the Phillies, Patrick Corbin versus Zach Wheeler. Nationals look bad. They're sellers. They're not obviously selling Corbin. He's been bad this year. 197 plate appearances, 250 batting average. I don't like that. The Phillies are buyers at this deadline. They're in it to win it. The Nats are not as of right now. Would be looking at Zach Wheeler. I know 212 plate appearances. He's gone from the Mets now to the Phillies, so he's faced the Nationals a ton. I still would rather have Zach Wheeler here because of how bad the Nats have been lately. Definitely looking at a Philly stack. Definitely looking at Zach Wheeler as a starter. Marlins at the Orioles. Jordan Holloway versus Jorge Lopez. I don't, honestly, Starling Marte, 99% sure he's going to get traded. I've heard Jesus Aguilar's name be thrown out there. It's the Marlins. I don't mind Jorge Lopez here, GPP option. Hasn't faced them much, 22 plate appearances. Basically the equivalent of about a start, 13.6 K percentage, 167 batting average. Do not mind that. I would look at Jorge Lopez here for a GPP option on this slate. Start out the main slate there. Brewers at the Pirates, Adrian Hauser versus obviously to be announced right now. Pirates are sellers. They traded Tyler Anderson to the Phillies. Well, I think it was the afternoon. It was on Tuesday afternoon, wasn't it? Yesterday afternoon, not the morning. So, that being said, as of now, we don't know who's going to be the pitcher for the Pirates. I would look at Adrian Hauser. He's got to go deep in the game, though. Got to get us some strikeouts for a Pirates team that should be selling even more of their key pieces there. So, I'm definitely looking at Adrian Hauser for GPP. Not much in cash, though. And we don't know who's going to be pitching for the Pirates. The Blue Jays at the Red Sox, Steven Matz versus Tanner Houck. Steven Matz, 81 plate appearances against the Red Sox, a 347 batting average, stacking the Red Sox there. Don't mind Houck here either, or Huick. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but in GPPs, I don't mind him. He could strike them out, but again, this is going to have a high over-under of a game. It's going to be a game stack, a very popular game stack. That's why you could take, I guess, either of these pitchers. I would lean more towards not Steven Matz in this one. and take that advantage with the ownership being low. Braves at the Mets coming up here. You got Max Fried versus Tyler McGill. McGill dominated his last start. We had him. He was in one of the optimal lineups overall. I don't mind him because the Braves are a good team, but ownership could be low there. Fried against the Mets, 131 plate appearances, a 241 batting average, and only 23.7 K percentage. Wish it was a little bit higher, but I think I would probably fade Fried and go the Mets here as a stack and the pitching option against the Braves in this game. And it's at Citi Field, which gives up almost I think it's tied for giving up the least amount of runs this year. So that bodes well for pitching in this game. You've got the Yankees at the Rays. You got Nestor Cortes versus Michael Wacha. Cortes, 29 plate appearances, 292 batting average. Wacha, 77 plate appearances, 36.4% of the batters he's faced of these Yankees, he struck out. He could be an option for GPP, but again, the Yankees got back Gio Urshela on Sunday. Then they had Monday off. They got back Aaron Judge either Monday when there was their off day or Tuesday. So they're getting their players back. Still think Wacha could be a GPP because pretty much any pitcher against the Yankees, the starting pitcher might have a ton of strikeouts and get you the ton of fantasy points, could still lose that game. It's very hit or miss with what Yankees team's going to show up, and it is Tampa Bay. It's a terrible park, so you never know what's going to happen there. Cortes, I don't mind either of these pitchers for GPP. I wouldn't trust them in cash, though. Both of these teams can hit when they're both on. Just don't know who's going to show up. Reds at the Cubs, you got Tyler Mahle versus Zach Davies. Now, the Cubs are in a sell mode, talking about Anthony Rizzo getting traded. I've heard Zach Davies' name get thrown out there. You've got Bryant, Baez. They already traded the pitcher on, was it Monday night, who looked like he was straight out of the 80s there. Don't know what this Cubs offense is going to look like during this trade deadline. So you really never know. But being in the same division, Mahle, 170 plate appearances, 200 batting average, striking out 26.5% of those batters. Really like him here. Cash or GPP, I don't really mind. Flip side of that, Zach Davies, 123 plate appearances, only striking out 19.5% of the Reds batters, and a 283 batting average. I absolutely love a red stack in this one. I don't trust the Cubs. They can obviously come back at any time, but I would lean more towards everything Reds in this game. Diamondbacks at the Rangers. Madison Bumgarner versus to be announced. Bumgarner's been such a bummer. I can say those jokes because I am a dad. But the Rangers aren't good. Hot, humid, they got a dome. We know what's going to happen. But Bumgarner has been lit up pretty much all. He's had a couple of good games. Had that no-hitter that was 7 innings. I don't trust Bumgarner outside of a very contrarian GPP pitcher. I just don't trust him. Reds or the Diamondbacks have him for what? 5 more years? 4 more years? I don't remember if he signed this offseason or last offseason. It's been a weird 2020. It was dragged on, but it didn't. It went fast. He's just not looked the same since leaving San Francisco. Don't know what he's going to be doing. I do not trust him against a Rangers team who's really not that good either, but I don't trust him. White Sox at the Royals, Geoleto versus Chris Bubick. I'm looking at Geoleto here. I don't trust the Royals pitching staff at all. I know he's got a 184 batting average and 51 plate appearances. I'm looking at a Geoleto as your pitcher. I'm looking at the White Sox as a stack. And Kauffman Stadium is a pitcher's park. I don't mind a full send on the White Sox. Rockies at the Angels, Gonzalez versus Haney. Gonzalez hasn't faced them much. 3 plate appearances, big deal. Haney, 35 plate appearances, a 323 batting average. Don't mind Haney as GPP. I don't know, without digging into numbers, how many of those 35 plate appearances came in Coors. So you never really know what that could look like. Let's see if any of those came this year and if it was in Coors. But I don't know how much these guys play, not being in the division. So yeah, he hasn't faced the Rockies this year, and I mean the majority of the at-bats, Charlie Blackmon at 9 at-bats with 5 hits, a double, no home runs. He hasn't given up a home run to anybody. Yeah, I mean, the majority of the number that's so boosted at 35 is Raimel Tapia is 1 for 2, which is 500. Charlie Blackmon is 5 for 9, which is 556. Josh Fuentes is 1 for 3, which is 333, which just bumps up the number. It looks a lot worse than it is. Definitely be looking at Haney here because Colorado could be trading Trevor Story. You know, apparently the Yankees have talked to him. I don't know what's going to happen, but Colorado's selling, and it could happen before the slate locks. And it's a late slate at 9:38, so don't get screwed by that. That is definitely something you could get screwed by being this late into the game. You don't have much to go off of pitching-wise or hitting-wise that late into the day. And then the final game on the slate, Dodgers at the Giants. Walker Buehler versus Anthony DeSclafani. Buehler, 120 plate appearances, 183 batting average, 28.3 K percentage. In San Francisco, absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. Flip side, DeSclafani, 115 plate appearances, a 314 batting average. I don't mind him for GPP. I think he's going to go under-owned because of those numbers. And we could at least take advantage of that a little bit there. So there you go. There is a breakdown of the pitchers on the slate. If you do want to win a free week, all you got to do is tell me who's going to hit home run, what inning. If you guys want a Fanduel or DraftKings GPP lineup, you know what to do. Be a subscriber and like this video. If this video gets, let's move it to 20 likes. I mean, I couldn't even get double-digit likes yesterday, which is absolutely asinine. But I didn't have any views, and I don't know why. And it's actually pissing me off. So let me know what you guys want to see in these videos. I really would love to know. If this isn't what you're looking for, let us know what you're looking for. Okay? So, that being said, we do have this lineup optimizer that is in beta. I showed it in another video somewhere, but we've got MLB, MMA, NASCAR, golf, NFL. So I've loaded the player pool from yesterday, and I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can go through, you can build out. Let's say we wanted to lock in Maeda. We wanted to lock in Wainwright. So these are, it's DraftKings only right now. And you can download this. You should be able to update your own player pool. Like if you had projection of fantasy points, if you had your own randomness you wanted, or exposure, or if you had your ownership, if you were one that makes their own like Excel ownership sheets and stuff like that in your own player pool, great. You can check that out. Then we can go team stack here. Let's say we want 4 players from, I don't know, let's say the Cubs. Go add that. We go through here, optimize number of lineups. I'm not sure how many we can do. Specifically, if I have these 2 pitchers locked in, we may get 150. I don't know. We'll check that out. But it'll go through. It uses the player pool that I've updated from yesterday, and I've put that player pool into this. So we'll see once it builds, and it might kick back and say you could only build like 100 lineups or something like that. We'll see. Now this obviously would be if you're into the, maxing the 150 Fanduel or on DraftKings here, obviously. So building that out, we'll see what it brings us from yesterday's slate. Now this doesn't take into effect. This isn't taking into effect like the end results. This is running it as if Tuesday night slate has not been ran. So it's not like coming back and showing, the top pitcher here, let's use him. This is just saying before the slate locked, only going off what our projections were, the lineups being built. Now, I don't know if it's going to be 150 lineups. It's not showing it. So let's do that, but let's do 5 lineups. And I mean, you can name it whatever you want. Then you can save it to your computer. My internet must not be going very well. There we go. Building lineups here at 5. Then that brings us here. So yeah, I mean, this obviously, just looking at this, you can view the usage and see that obviously these were in 100% of the lineups. So was Contreras, Rizzo, Bryant. That was a Cubs stack there. So you can check that out. And I mean, if you want, you could go back and check out how this matches up to that. This doesn't have any ownership because I didn't input any of the ownership there. And that's something you can do, because when you're in the player pool here, you can just click that and go randomness if you want him in, 2%. Ownership, you think Robbie Ray is going to be owned, I don't know. Not against Boston. It'd be like 2% against Boston and stuff like that. So it just, you're able to customize this how you want it. So this is currently only on DraftKings, and it's in beta. If we get more people to subscribe to FTA Plus, then we'll be able to roll this out more. So yeah, that's what I've got. If you have any questions, comment down below and let me know what you guys would like to see if you want these videos to continue, because they take a lot of time and I don't want to continue them if only like 10 people are going to see them, because it's not helping anyone if that's the case. So let me know. Share the video on social media if you have not. Share the video on Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. All of that can be found at FTA or fantasyteamadvisors.com. Good luck, everyone, and let's bring home some bacon. Peace.